And now Lindsay Tate will end up with it. 19 on the shot clock for the Tall Blacks. PC, Winitana. Newly on him. Corey Webster from downtown. Oh, baby! This kid's a phenom!
It wasn't really expected, to be honest. You know, I think I was 18, 19 or whatever. Had finished 1 year of university in the States. Decided to come home because I had been offered a contract by the Breakers and wanted to be home and play in front of family and friends. And so I got called up for the Tall Blacks trial. At this time, Nenad Vucinic was the coach. You know, Pero was still playing. Craig Bradshaw ultimately faced. Kirk Kenny. You know, Mark Dickel, Casey Frank, all these guys are the generation above me, obviously. And I was kind of at the trial just thinking I'm there to make up numbers, you know, didn't really expect too much. Nenad was talking to the players one by one, and you know, I'm just waiting to leave, like he's going to tell me you're a bit young or whatever. And then it comes to my meeting and he's kind of like, you made the team, and I guess I was just in a little bit of shock, you know, didn't really know what to say. I was kind of just thankful and, you know, grateful for that opportunity, and I went home and told my mum, and obviously they were also proud, but so I was very grateful for Nenad for introducing me into the Tall Blacks at that time and giving me the opportunity, and yeah, the rest is history, I guess.
Have you seen your debut bang?
I haven't, no,
Okay.
no.
So this might be something quite special for you then, I guess. Thanks to our friends at Sky, we were able to get in and find your debut. I want to ask you though, before we start, what was the first stat that you had as a Tall Black?
First stat?
Yeah.
Ooh, a rebound?
It wasn't, bro. It was a rebound.
Funny.
Let me put this in front of you, bro.
North Shore, home crowd, home stadium. Cool that my first game ever was at North Shore, you know, that was my home stadium growing up as a kid. Pero, yeah, Alex Pledger, Polder. I roomed with Polder on that tour, I think. Mika, Mike Fitchett, Lindsay, that's my OG, Lindsay Tate. I was better than all of them, bro, though. Way better.
PC half court now. Off to Winitana. Jay's up for the three. That's a little strong, but
There you go. First rebound.
for the Tall Blacks. PC, Winitana. Newly on him. Corey Webster from downtown. Oh, baby! Corey Webster!
Pretty deep. NBA range.
Much better defense though from the Tall Blacks then. They nearly got their hand on the ball.
Yep.
I'm guarding Patty Mills there. Loving that matchup.
Patrick Mills down the low post will be blocked by Corey Webster.
Oh, blocked them too. Far out.
So, in the first 2 minutes 40, a massive offensive rebound, a deep three-pointer, and a block. What's running through your head as a 19-year-old to put that together in the space of 2 minutes 30 seconds?
I guess it's just being present, you know, in the moment and what's going on. Not being too overwhelmed by the situation and what's happening. I wasn't thinking too much about making mistakes or trying to do this and trying to do that. I was just out there being myself. So I guess that's kind of shows that a little bit.
Webster with it. Finds Bradshaw. Back over to Webster. Webster goes baseline. Runs out of room. Spins. Turns. Pops one. Corey Webster. Man of the match so far. You gotta say it for the Tall Blacks.
I mean, I didn't realize I had all these buckets, you know? This is the first time I've actually seen this in a long time. So that little baseline turnaround jump shot. Yeah, it's awesome to see. And cool to rewind back and see all of this. I obviously hadn't played for the Breakers yet. I think I signed for the Breakers after that. So I hadn't played a professional game at that level before. So now just thinking back, yeah, I mean, I guess not a lot of young kids would probably have that confidence.
There were some bright spots throughout the game. One Corey Webster, that's for sure.
To just get in the game and be present in that moment and shoot the ball with confidence, I think, yeah, I can't put my finger on exactly what it is, but I guess I'm glad that I had that confidence because it carried over for the rest of my career.
Back over Webster for three, wide open look. What a shot! Corey Webster, are you kidding me?
It's obviously an honor, man, and a privilege to represent New Zealand. Yeah, it's just one of those things that just, you know, it's close to the heart, and it's one of those situations where obviously we don't get paid a lot to play for the Tall Blacks, but you know, we've created a culture where it's more than just, you know, those things, the money or you know, playing basketball. It's a real family. We've built a real culture that we live by, and we represent the past, the present, and the future, and we carry that, you know, wherever we go, you know, representing the black jersey. I've been fortunate to do that since I was 19 years old, and playing some World Cups and Olympic qualifiers and huge tournaments, you know, play against USA and the best of Europe and Africa and all these places. To kind of be a stalwart of that program and be, you know, named in those teams for all those years, it's, you know, something that I don't take for granted.
Here's Webster for three.
So hopefully I can inspire some young kids to become Tall Blacks and, you know, go to World Cups and do big things. So I had started up my own coaching company, just trying to give some more opportunities to New Zealand kids, because a lot of the talent in New Zealand sometimes goes unseen, or they don't get the opportunities and kind of fall through the cracks, so we want to try and help with that. So we're taking a team over to the States this year to play in the AAU tournament. You know, I just want to be able to create some pathways for them to become pros and also go to university in the States if they want to go on basketball scholarships. Obviously, I've gotten so much out of this game and been fortunate enough to play for a very long time, and, you know, time for me to give back.
Talking about inspiring kids, bro, you've got two boys. What do you want them to get out of, you know, you being who you are?
I mean, the sport stuff isn't as important to me as being, you know, dad to them. Obviously, that's number one. That's my number one job. And my kids are very young, so they kind of didn't get to see me in that prime of my career, I guess. But fortunately, again, I'm still playing, you know, at this age, so they get to see that, and just want them to maybe just be inspired by, you know, what I've done, and whether they play basketball or another sport or whatever, you know, that doesn't matter to me. Just to kind of give their all to it like I have, and represent something bigger than themselves, and see the hard work that goes into it and all the time and dedication. You know, if they ever tell me they want to be basketball players, then, you know, we can get deeper into that, and I can kind of show them the way, which is awesome. But for now, with my kids being so young, man, I'm just dad, and I just want them to know that whatever's going on, man, I'm here as their father, and I love them more than anything in this world. And yeah, man, family's obviously at the top of the list, and nothing comes before that. Without that, you know, family support, it would be, you know, almost impossible to do what we do as athletes. You know, for my partner to sacrifice, you know, the time that I have to spend away from the family training and on tour and tournaments and games and stuff, you know. Just so much respect for her and how she holds the house down, and what she sacrifices also for me to kind of chase those dreams. And obviously my parents, you know, leading me in the ways that they did, and, you know, I'm just grateful that they were willing to make those sacrifices for me to chase those dreams and support me through it all, and through the hard times, the ups and the downs. There's obviously a lot of that, but no matter what, family's always there. So without them, could be a different story, you know. You know, I always say to myself, if I had have known what I knew when I was 30, when I was 19, I would have had a totally different career. But if I had any advice for a young person, it would be to kind of understand what you're really trying to get out of basketball, and what you're trying to get out of your career, and what you're doing, and figuring out, you know, what you want to do in this game, and what kind of player you want to be, and who you want to be. You know, putting in the work every day, just all those little things that go into it.
Corey Webster from downtown. Oh, baby! Corey Webster! Very first 3 points international!
You know, what you put into this game is what you get out. So, you know, if you're working at it every day, you're making those sacrifices, you're understanding where you want to go with it.
Oh, it's a great feeling just to be playing for my country out here at this level.
Then the world is there for you to go and capture, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I guess I'd leave them with those messages.